Well, Enzo, first of all, congratulations. But it was a night that started in very interesting fashion for you. Even before kick-off, Cole Palmer comes off. You have to make the change. Then you find yourselves a goal behind. How difficult was the opening moments of this game tonight for you?
Yeah, quite difficult. As you said, Cole problem during the warm-up, and then we conceded a goal. But I think the reaction was very good. We continued to play in the way we planned the game, and at the end, I think we deserve to win the game.
Before we come to that reaction, can we just clear up the Cole situation? You kindly spoke to us before and said it was precautionary. Are you convinced it's no more than just that this evening?
You mean the goal we conceded?
No, sorry, Cole not taking part. Cole. You said it was precautionary.
In the last 4 or 5 days, it was not 100%. Yeah. And tonight, during the warm-up, he felt again something. So we prefer don't start with him, don't take any risk, or at least don't get worse. And we see in the next hours.
Let's get to that reaction to you going a goal behind. How impressive was it from a coach's point of view?
Yeah, for sure it was impressive, but it's what I expected in terms of we conceded after 5 minutes, 6 minutes, so there are still 90 minutes to go, an entire game, so there is plenty of time to recover the game, to come back on the game. And I think the most important thing is that the players, they continue with the plan, and at the end we won the game.
You said after the Crystal Palace game there were many things you felt you could do better. Did you see that tonight, the things that you could do better and do well?
Yeah, but even tonight I think we could do many things better. After 3-4 goals, we can manage better the ball. We can make many passes, keep the ball, and we were trying to attack again to score more goals. Sometimes, if you make passes, then the action, the chance arrive. But if you force, sometimes doesn't arrive. But for sure we can do things better, but we improve compared to Palace.
There's been a lot of talk ahead of this game about the excitement around Estevao, just 18 years of age. How big an impression has he made tonight in that performance here?
Yeah, he has to adapt. The goal we conceded comes from, he tried to make a flick in the middle of the pitch. Then we conceded another transition for the same reason. But he needs to adapt. It's 07, it's very young, it's a fantastic player, and we are very happy with him.
Very young indeed, 18 years old, and written his name into the Chelsea history books already after his first 90 minutes, starting because of Cole Palmer, obviously, injured in the warm-up. But as we just heard from the manager, and we'll break this down, Cole Palmer not 100% in midweek. In the warm-up, they decided not to risk him. Estevao is 18 years old, asked to come in, and he puts in a performance like that.
Yeah, Cucurella is joining us, come in the middle between us. That felt like a not far off perfect performance from you, team.
Yeah, we are very happy. I think in the last game we missed something. I think we don't play our style, but I think today it's true that at the beginning we start a little bit sloppy. We conceded an early goal, but I think the reaction from the team was very good. We show that we have a lot of energy. We want to play a good football, and we have a good result tonight.
How difficult is it for you as a group of players when you lose a player in the warm-up and have to make a change before the match starts?
Yeah, it was difficult because we practice one thing, and at the end we need to change very fast. But I think Estevao in this case, they play an amazing game. I think it's very important because we have a good squad. All of us, we are ready at any time, and we are very happy because we show that we have a top team.
And we saw him in the summer against Chelsea. We saw him last week as a substitute. Today, he had to be thrown in, Estevao. How pleased were you with how he performed, and how good can he be?
Yeah, for sure. I think he's very young, but he showed that he's very mature. He made good decisions, and I think this is the good thing. I think all the new players, all the signs, they came here to help the team, to bring something good energy, good talent. So I think we have an amazing squad, and hopefully we can do good things this season.
I want to take you back to the first goal, Mark. You had a massive involvement in it with a set piece. You go short first of all. I don't know if we're about to see it on the monitor. You go to have it to get it short, and then you just back off, and then you get in front of Paqueta for the flick on. Was that something you've worked on, or you're not going to give us it away?
No, we are working on this. I think we start to practice in the Club World Cup, and we continue practicing. I think we improve a little bit. Today I think we scored 3 goals from corners, so I think this is a part of the game. I think was an important moment because we are a bit nervous, or we lose a bit the confidence because we conceded every goal, but this moment I think changed the game, and we are very happy because set pieces is an important part of the game.
And when you score, you do the penguin, but not an assist. No penguin for an assist.
No. I think today I think we have 5 different goals scored, so it was very good. I think this is important. All of us, we need to do our job. Everyone is important, can score, so hopefully we continue in this way because today we have amazing 3 points.
Just a final one, just on the Club World Cup, obviously it helps you psychologically because you won it, but it meant that you did your summer a bit differently. Some players arrive to play in that, then you get the break, then you don't have very many pre-season friendlies and you start the season. Has it helped in some ways because you got some players in early?
Well, yeah, I think it was a bit different, but I think the impact for the new players, I think João Pedro arrived and he bring a lot of energy, a lot of quality. He was a top player for us, and I think it was different, but we need to be ready. I think we are young, we have a lot of energy, and hopefully we can do a good season.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And that is a very impressive win for Chelsea, who have won here at the London Stadium by 5-1, and he heads back into the change room. We'll hear from his manager a little bit later on, and we will hear from Graham Potter as well. The second weekend then of the Premier League season is very much up and running, and there is plenty more coming your way. Saturday night football is Arsenal against Leeds, and that will follow on from the lunchtime game, and Manchester City against Tottenham, and 3 intriguing games at 3 o'clock. Wolves go to Bournemouth, Brentford, who didn't have a great start at the weekend, are at home to Villa, and the 2 promoted sides, or 2 of the promoted sides, meet at Turf Moor as Burnley play Sunderland. All 2 o'clock games live on Sky this season. You may have seen Nottingham Forest today. Bizarre stuff coming out of there. A breakdown in the relationship between Nuno, he says, and some of the club's hierarchy. Some reports doubting whether he'll even be in charge for that game at Selhurst Park. That will be a story that will develop. Everton have their first game in their new home, first league game in their new home against Brighton. And the final game on Sunday is Fulham against Manchester United, before a cracker on Monday night. All the build-up from 6:30 on Monday Night Football for Newcastle against Liverpool. Have shot. Chelsea now having expected goals of just shy of 3, whereas West Ham were under 1. Chelsea dominating the possession as well. 30 more passes in the final third as well. And sometimes pictures say more than any words can. Just disappointment and misery all round the London Stadium. And it's hard, I mean, maybe not if you're a Chelsea fan or a Tottenham fan maybe, but it's hard not to feel sympathy for the West Ham fans inside here, because it was miserable, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was palpable. The atmosphere, the defeat had hit them so early in the game, and they just had to sit and suffer and take what was coming. And that's more of the same, more of what they had towards last season. And so you're looking at the manner of their defeat, the manner of how they conceded the goals, and it's such a painful watch.
You highlighted on those stats, they didn't have one booking.
I don't remember a tackle. I don't remember really a tackle in that. Agar getting tight for the goal that they scored, and then from about it, the pitch just seemed huge. It's a vast area to cover. It was made bigger by Chelsea. It was made bigger by the lack of energy in the West Ham side.
Absolutely. I think that's the most damning statistic there. You've got to make tackles. You've got to make challenges. You've got to get after people. It was miles too easy for Chelsea. That's 8 goals in 2 games they've conceded. I look at that squad, and I know we're only 2 games in, but that's a squad that's going to be a relegation fight unless they give some help to the manager. They need 4, 5, 6 new signings, because it's not like for Graham Potter now, he can look at that squad and go, right, well, I'm going to change 4 or 5 players, going to make a massive difference. It won't. They haven't got the quality. You only look at really Paqueta or Bowen, someone who's going to do something different. Callum Wilson obviously is going to have an impact this season. But defensively today, I've seen some defending in my life. That was as bad as it gets. I highlighted Tadibo, I highlighted Wan-Bissaka at half-time. Defending the back post with a bit of desire, a bit of know-how, checking your shoulder, making sure you're in a good position to defend. It was so poor. It was
by the time it got
poor.
to 3 and we got to the second half, did you feel like half that defence didn't know whether they were coming or going?
Confidence is low. Let's be totally honest. But I know it says like the 2 games, the goalkeeper doesn't make it any easier. He's having a really difficult time. You know, he comes out, he flaps at one, just after half time. he probably needs to be changed because he's not come here full of confidence. He's already made some high-profile mistakes live on a Friday night on Sky. It's not going to help his cause.
It's a hell of a call that to change your goalkeeper after 2 games.
But it might. But Areola might have to. At least he's got some experience. Right now, I look at him and I think he needs a little bit of a rest. He's already conceding so many goals, 8 goals in 2 games. He's got some high-profile games coming up here. He's not in a. I personally, he doesn't feel the goal or doesn't feel with any confidence right now. Now, as a goalkeeper, Rob, I mean, do you think I'm being too harsh?
Well, you look at it and you look across the board, and not to deflect away from the goalkeeper situation, but to add to it, you're coming up against Chelsea. You're in the Premier League. Get the basics right. They conceded 3 from corners, 3 set pieces, conceded 2 soft goals in terms of how the crosses came in last week. They're just not giving themselves a chance. And at the moment, the goalkeeper's in with that as well. You're having to play a perfect game defensively because you're not going to score many because you've not got that many outlets. It's so far from it.
It's different though, isn't it? If Todibo doesn't play, I'm just picking one of the centre-halves here because he was pulled at half-time. If Todibo doesn't play in their next game, that's one thing because outfield players do get changed. If your goalkeeper changes, it is different, isn't it?
Well, he needs results. Graham's got to make big decisions because if you look at the 8 goals that they've conceded, he's been, if you look, he's been at fault for quite a few of them. And it's the same situation at Leicester last year. And I'm not saying he can't be a good goalkeeper and he can't be a success, but sometimes you've got to look at the situation and actually do someone a favour. Now, there's a lot of players. I'm not just picking on him. I could pick on Wan-Bissaka. Some of the goals he was certainly at fault for. Todibo at half-time. The winning challenges, headers, every single set piece that come into the box, it was a Chelsea head that was going to get it. And it wasn't like West Ham were a small side today. He brought in Souček to give him a little bit more aerial dominance. He made no difference. There wasn't enough desire to win first ball, second contact. And that's pretty much summed up West Ham today.
I go back to what we said before the start of the game. Played 1 game in pre-season, Hermansen. He had been injured for the 5 games towards the end of the season. Hadn't played since April and 1 game, and has been thrown in, and it's been a lot to ask him.
Going to get some reaction now from the West Ham side of things. Captain Jarrod Bowen with David Craig.